Welcome back to the Fantasy Hockey Podcast, Building Winners, and this one's going to be a little bit different because I'm playing from behind in virtually every league at the moment. Things have not gone exactly as I planned this week, so there's a few moves I need to make to try to catch, and each league has a completely different strategy, completely different categories that I need to chase. And so we're going to talk through a little bit about what's going on, and I'll update through the weekend as well with the pickups I made because I didn't really make any throughout the week. So let's start first in Return of the Backups, which is probably the hardest one to win. So in that one, I'm currently down 55.95 to 46.95, so 9 points. And the projections have me quite a bit off, just around 20 points or something, or just around there. So I'm down quite a bit now in my projection, but the problem is you can't really make up that projection by skaters in this league. The gap between what a skater will get you if they score and a goaltender is massive. And so the strategy that I'm going to use for this is I'm going to pick up goaltenders. I have 3 ads left in the week. Yeah, I have 3 ads left in the week. I had to make sure really quick, but I have 3 ads left, so we're going to pick up goaltenders. The first ad I made was I dropped Sami Vatanen. If you'll remember from the one I did on Monday, I picked up Sami Vatanen just to max out starts, and then once I realized how down I was, especially once John Carlson went off, as this guy has John Carlson, it's pretty much all his points are coming from John Carlson virtually, 16 from John Carlson. Victor Olofsson has actually had a big week too. Glad I dropped him. So pretty much the first thing I did was I picked up Antti Raanta. So I swapped out Sami Vatanen to pick up Raanta. He's playing today against Pittsburgh in the second leg of the back-to-back for Arizona. Raanta's by far the best option in this league. Great save percentage, low goals against average. Pittsburgh is not exactly the toughest matchup in the world right now, even though they have been, decently good. They haven't scored that many goals. So I'm not too worried about playing Raanta. But again, it just comes down to, at the end of the day, who's going to get me the biggest swing. If a player scores, like look at David Pastrnak, for example. If Pastrnak gets a goal, it's 3.5 points, right? If he gets an assist, that's 2.6 points. Pickups are not going to make the difference for me there. There aren't as many surefire point getters on the wire that actually make it a worthwhile strategy. I need to make up a gap of 20 points. The only way to do that is with good goaltending performances, and that's it. And so I'm going to pick up Antti Raanta today, and then I need to pay attention to what happens tonight. Now, they have not confirmed who's starting yet for the Pens. Let me refresh this again to make sure. So as of right now, it's 4:30 in the afternoon when I'm recording this. Tristan Jarry is not confirmed. Tristan Jarry is available in my league unless he got picked up right before making this video. So he is available. So Tristan Jarry is going to be my number 1 option tomorrow if he doesn't play today. So if Jarry is available and he gets the Detroit game, I'm picking up Jarry. He's hands down the best option in my opinion, especially against Detroit. So I'm really hoping that Murray gets the Arizona start and Jarry gets the Detroit start. That would be huge for me. Linus Ullmark is another option. He's probably going to get the game against Vancouver. I don't like the Sabres very much, but I'll take it, I guess, if I have to. Brian Elliott, if he gets the start against Ottawa, would be good, but I don't think he's going to get the start. I think that this is going to be this December 7th game is going to be Carter Hart. And then Elliott will play this Colorado game. So I have to pay attention to that as well and see what happens. Anders Nielsen isn't a terrible option against Philly, even though Philly's been red hot. The other option I could do is tomorrow I don't actually have spots. So it also depends on kind of what's going on tomorrow in terms of my goaltenders. So I have Sergei Bobrovsky, who's confirmed against Columbus, but Jacob Markstrom is still not confirmed against Buffalo. I like that matchup a lot. So one thing I could do tomorrow, and I think this is actually what I'm going to do tomorrow, is I think I'm going to pick up Demko and just guarantee a start against Buffalo. So if I can get Demko, I guarantee that start. Let me make sure he's available here too. So he's available. So what I could do, and I think I'm actually going to do it right here, I'm going to drop Raanta and pick up Demko and just guarantee a start because I'm going to start one of Demko or Markstrom no matter what tomorrow. So let's do this. Let's pick up Demko. And then tomorrow, whichever one gets this start against Buffalo, I'm going to play. So that'll be my plan, is whether it's Markstrom or Demko, doesn't matter. I'm going to pick them up. And then what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to keep an eye out and I'm going to pick up a goaltender for Sunday as well because I think there'll be goaltenders available. So I'll pick up a goaltender. So now I don't pick up Jarry, but I'm going to pick up a goaltender for Sunday as well. We'll pay attention to that. I'll update that later. I'll do an episode on Saturday to kind of go over what I do there. But goaltenders are going to be the most crucial part of this. Is if my goaltenders go off, I can do really well. And I'm not huge on their goaltenders. They've got Halak and Gibson. Halak's probably going to start this Colorado game, but Colorado's tough to play against. I'm not going to... I don't think he should be as excited about Halak playing against Colorado. And then he's also got Gibson, who has been sick. And so we'll see. He's probably starting today. It looks like he is now healthy. Let's make sure. Let's see if Gibson's starting. So Gibson's unconfirmed, but I wouldn't want to play Washington. So I think I can do really well. If I can get some really good games here out of my goaltenders and their goaltenders can struggle, I think I'm 100% in this. But that's the only way I'm in this is if my goaltenders do well. So we've got to hope Carey Price has a big game against the Rangers tonight. We've got to hope Antti Ranta has a big game. And then tomorrow, we're going to have to root for Sergei Bobrovsky and one of Demko or Markstrom, whichever one starts. And then if I'm still down, that's where then that Sunday pickup's going to depend on how well my goaltenders did. If they did really, really well, then I can probably go skater for Sunday. If they don't do well, then I'm still going to have to go goaltender either way. So we'll see how it goes. And if they all tank and it just goes to hell, then what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to pick up for next week and just chalk this up as a loss. I was planning on losing this week. I thought that it was going to be a tough matchup no matter what. So I'm feeling fine. I'm not too worried about it. My projection right now went down, I believe, because Ranta was technically, they do the projections no matter what. So tomorrow or Sunday, I think Ranta was getting projected, but he's not actually going to play. It's going to be Kemper. So this league, I'm looking fine. Like there's hope. I like how my team is doing. I think right now the person that is the biggest person on the chopping block for me at the moment is Cam Atkinson. Aside from that streamer spot that I created with the Antti Ranta spot where it was a defender, the other spot is this Cam Atkinson position and then I could pick up a left wing or a right wing. Cam Atkinson just isn't really doing as much for me right now. He's been good these last 2 games, but it's just not good enough. I mean, Clayton Keller's out there who I kind of like right now. There's a lot of really good left wing, right wing options, and it just opens up a whole new streaming option for me. And that may be way more valuable than holding Cam Atkinson, especially going forward, given my position in the standings as well. I'm not towards the top of the league, so I don't have the luxury too much of holding on and waiting for a guy like Cam Atkinson. Now, if I can go back and win this week, I put myself in a really, really good spot because I had to move up to 6-3. Which would put me right up there with some of these people that are tied for second place. Okay, so in Hockrus, we are currently tied 4-4. I have more games remaining than them, but only 2. Nazem Kadri did go day-to-day on him. Christian, the Dominators. Very good team. They've been unlucky and are in 7th place at the moment, but as I think I showed on Monday, the spots are super close aside from 1-2. So he's still 100% in it. And he's got a few guys going right now where he's kind of beating me in hits and blocks. I think I can catch blocks. I'm not too worried about blocks because I've still got some Clefbaum games. So I've got Clefbaum going today against LA. Then I'll also get him against Buffalo. And so because I'll get him against Buffalo as well, I think I'll be okay. I mean, he blocks so many times that I'm not too worried. He's going to get me the majority of my blocks here. So that's my source of blocks. I'm not too worried on that front. He does have Niskanen, who's been blocking quite a bit. But he only gets one more Niskanen game, so I should be okay there. So really, where I need to chase is hits. Now, the one pickup I made for the week, that you can see that I have a bunch here that I'll talk about, but I did pick up Clayton Keller for the Thursday-Friday slate. So I got 2 assists and 2 power play points yesterday out of him. So that's why we're tied in power play points, because Keller got me 2 power play points, which looked really good. I wish he would have gotten me some shots on goal, but I'm doing fine on shots on goal. So I get him today against Pittsburgh, and then I'm going to drop him tomorrow to chase hits. And there's a lot of really good options. Matt Martin is the absolute best one. So Matt Martin is my favorite one because he hits so much. I'll show you that real quick here. So Matt Martin has been hitting like crazy. So I really like Matt Martin tomorrow. He plays against Dallas. So that's what I'm going to pick up for tomorrow to chase hits, and then I'm going to swap out after that. And then I also really like, I don't know why Cal Clutterbuck's at the bottom, actually. I think I need to move Cal Clutterbuck up. So Clutterbuck's been hitting. He did have this 0 game, which is a little bit worrying. But aside from that, he averages a lot of hits. So Clutterbuck is a good option. And then I had Ryan Graves second, mostly just because of the blocks. But I don't think I should chase blocks. So I'm going to adjust my waiver priority here. Ian Cole's actually been doing some good stuff on blocks too. So pretty much my thing was I'm going to go for the best hitters, and if I miss out on the best hitters, I'm just going to go for the best blockers. So let's edit the waiver priority. We're going to put Matt Martin first. I don't know why why does Cal Clutterbuck have to be 4th? That's weird. I've actually never seen that. Maybe you can only adjust your first 3. So let's see if this is, maybe that's what it is. I'm learning on the show. Let's cancel the waiver for Ian Cole or for Ryan Graves. I still can't. That's really weird. Huh. Okay, so then let's just cancel this Ian Cole one. I don't care too much about that. Cancel waiver. Yeah. See, the issue too tomorrow is that if I pick up one of these guys, I'm going to have to bench someone. That's the difficulty if I pick up a Cal Clutterbuck or Matt Martin. I should be picking up a defense as well, but there's just not that many hitting defensemen that play tomorrow, or at least that are as good as those guys. So you've got like a Connor Clifton who just hasn't. Connor Clifton is a good option, but he could get scratched. He got scratched versus Chicago, so unless he plays, I mean, I guess I could go Chernak, but his hits have been so hit or miss. Jack Johnson not hitting much. Let's look at the last 14 days average really quick. So Connor Clifton's the best. Chad Ruhwedel's been doing good, but again, he's a prime candidate to get scratched occasionally. But when he doesn't, he's really good. So I could look at picking up Ruhwedel actually. That might be actually my best option tomorrow because I'd get Detroit. Ruhwedel just, I just have to pay attention to whether he's going to get scratched or not. If he gets scratched, then that's going to suck. Let's put it in for Clayton Keller here. I'm actually going to make this my first waiver, just in case. I don't know. It's really weird that Cal Clutterbuck is stuck down there. I have to change that to 2. Okay. So there we go. So we'll have Chad Ruhwedel as the number 1 option. Matt Martin is the second. If I get Matt Martin tomorrow, I don't really need goals as much. I may bench Barzell because I don't need the shots that badly. So I may bench Barzell. But really the smart thing to do here is to pick up a defenseman. So let's see if there's another defenseman here that I may want because I need to chase hits. Let's look at defenseman last 14 days average, not total. Let's look at average hits. Yeah, see, there's Brandon Carlo. Brandon Carlo's actually been hitting quite a bit, huh? And he plays Colorado. Luke Shen doesn't do too much of that hitting stuff. Dylan McElrath, who's super hit or miss. One game will hit, one game he won't. John Moore finally played. You got Peak, Nick Sealer, Scott Harrington. All these guys just barely came back. Curtis McDermott, True Goon, Jack Johnson, not playing. Alexiak, Biega. Okay, so I'm just going to put in one for Brandon Carlo as well. And do defenseman. If I miss out on both of these, which I'm pretty sure I'll get one of these 2. It sucks because Keller's actually, I think, a good long-term ad at the moment. But this is the smart thing to do. I got to win this week. So let's move Brandon Carlo to 2, Matt Martin to 3. Okay, so there you go. So this is what I'm going to do to chase hits. I'm going to go Chad Ruhwedel, Brandon Carlo, Matt Martin, and Kyle Clutterbuck. That's my order for waivers. I'm not going to put in any bids because I have 4 guys. The odds of I have people taking these. I mean, I'm going for Brandon Carlo and Chad Ruhwedel. Who's going to go for that? So that should put me in a good spot because I'm not down that much by hits, given that I outstart a little bit. So I like those options. And let's see. Let me make sure I actually set all my lineups. I think I did here. And the reason I'm dropping Keller is because I went through the rest of this week and the rest of next week. Yeah, so I have 59 games played with that. So, and I went through next week as well, and the person that gets benched the most is Clayton Keller. So Clayton Keller is the prime target to drop here. Okay, ECFHL is in a weird spot. Down 6-3 against the 11th place team. I'm getting just crushed in points. My team has 2 goals on 88 shots. Come on. Nobody's scoring goals. God, sucks. I can catch an assist. I'm pretty confident I'll catch an assist. I have 26 starts remaining to their 17. So I feel pretty good about catching assists. So I think I'll catch that. Power play points I'd like to catch, but that 4 is a lot when they could still get some too. Connor McDavid has a great schedule in LA and Buffalo. So that makes me feel a little bit better. I think McDavid could have huge games there. Ehlers has been playing really well. Taylor Hall could have a big game against Chicago, I think. Shots on goal, I'm not too worried about. All these peripheral stats are the ones I'm not worried about. So as far as starts go, I'm doing fine in starts. I don't want to drop DeHaan because I need him for next week. I may contemplate dropping Sami Vatanen just because he hasn't been getting points, and where he helps is in the peripherals, but I don't need peripherals right now. So it might make sense to drop Sami Vatanen. But the problem is, with Sami Vatanen, I get a start from him tomorrow. But if tonight, I'll pay attention to what's going on in games tonight. If I don't catch in assists and I don't get close in power play points, I might not care as much. But if I can still catch power play points, it might make sense tomorrow to go for like a Duclair, for example, who's been getting some goals. But really what I'd want to target is power play points. And the best person there is Kakko. Kakko is not getting a game tomorrow, though. So Johansson's actually a really good option, but he just hasn't gotten any points, so I don't want to go after him. It's crazy that Gaudette is one of the top guys with power. There's just not a lot of guys on the waiver with power play points. This is exactly why we say when you're drafting, you draft for power play points. This is exactly why, because when you're in a pickle like this where you need power play points, it's really, really hard to find power play points out there. Probably tomorrow a Minnesota player makes the most sense. Donskoy might be worth it. I have to see what his deployment is. I'll have to check his deployment after this, but yeah, there's just not a lot for power play points. Yanni Gord, maybe, but again, 10 minutes. It's just, you don't know what you're going to get there. Sam Reinhart's actually maybe one of the better options. He played 23 minutes last night. So I'll pay attention to how my team does tomorrow, or tonight rather, and then we'll see what I make for tonight. Just know that for this league, I'm eyeing power play points and goals to try to make up. I could actually chase goaltenders here and saves, because since I don't have save percentage is going to be kind of hard because they've got Kemper and Hank. Hank's not playing, so it's really just Kemper. And Kemper's not playing tonight, so I could actually chase wins and saves. That might be a better path because I'm only going to get one start at a Hellebuck and Vasilevsky. So Sunday I could pick up for that. So I'm going to get Vasilevsky against San Jose. So I could pick up someone for tomorrow and for Sunday if I really want to. Like if Jari doesn't play tonight, for example. Let's see if they've updated it yet, even though, nope, they have not. So Tristan Jari could be a really good option if he's still out there. I don't think there's a lot of goaltender options out there, though, to be honest. Tristan Jari's there. Olmark's there. Francouz is not going to get a start here. Kudobin is not going to get a start, although he could start. Yeah, there's not that many options, to be honest. There's not a lot for goaltending, but I could do Demko in case he starts. I just have to pay attention to whether he's ready or not. Kakkonen has looked good. He might get the Carolina start. Carolina's just been on a roll, so I don't really think they care too much about the goaltender situation there. Could pick up Drieger if I wanted to go saves. I just need someone with a lot of saves. Let's look at, for example, last 14 days average here. Just thinking through ideas of what I could potentially do. Georgiev faces a ton of shots. He could play that game against Vegas, but that's on Sunday, so I need someone for tomorrow. Kakkonen, if he plays against Carolina, is a great option because he gets so many saves. Minnesota lets in a ton of shots. Olmark as well, and Kudobin. Hutchinson. I don't want Hutchinson. No, I don't want to touch that. Reimer potentially. There's some options, but I don't like any of them. That's the problem. I want to stick to these guys up here. Kakkonen, Demko, Olmark, Kudobin. I may go Jari just for the win tomorrow. So we'll pay attention to that. So just know that I'm thinking about either going goaltending or chasing goals. Depends on how things go tonight, honestly. And there you go. That is the update for Friday evening. I'm chasing a lot. I'm not normally in this position, so it's kind of fun to have to chase for once again. It's been a while since I've had to chase in every single league, and they're all very different. So I'll update as well Saturday and Sunday so that you know what I'm thinking, because I need to make up pickups. I need to make pickups for Saturday. I need to make pickups Saturday into Sunday. And then Sunday, you'll kind of see how things are going. And of course, Monday we'll update with how things went. So there you go. Let me know how your leagues are going. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe. And I'll catch you for the next Building Winners. Thanks for watching.